What's good, YouTube? Amen816 here with the Candyman himself. We're going to be showing off his Madolche deck profile, so we're going to let him get into it.
Alright, go ahead and start with the monsters. TG Striker.
Woo!
It'll become obvious in a moment. You guys know how he works. Monster on the front side of the board, drop him. With everything else Madolche-wise in the deck, he makes a lot of the Earth synchros really quick, really easily. Following that, got 2 Effect Veiler, nice hand trap, and for our newest member, he is excellent fodder in Grave. Get to that in a second. 1 Madolche Pudding Sis. I call her the bitch pudding. For those of you who don't know how this chick works, she doesn't even have to win a fight. She just has to fight. After that, pop a card opponent controls. She also gives the secondary effects to all the Madolche counter traps. After that, 3 Madolche Magdalenes. The Stratos of the deck. On the normal or the flip, you search out any Madolche monster you want, add it to hand. After that, 3 Madolche Hoot Cake. Hoot Cake! Veiler and Striker comes into play. Basically, put this guy out, remove any monster from grave from play, special any Madolche out of the deck.
Give a hoot. Don't salute.
May, stay out of the damn deck profile.
I don't want to.
Alright, we're back.
Alright, I've been told this is a bad choice, but it works really well for me.
But everyone likes to
Gotta have the cherries on top.
The cherries being little tiny earth tuners that make 5s very easily in this deck. Plus, you let one get blown up, it's better than giant rat for the Hoot Cake play because it can be effect popped and still go off. After that, 2 Messing Gelato. He is the spell and trap searcher of the deck. On his special with a face-up Madolche Beast, pull Madolche spell and trap from deck to hand. Hoot Cake brings this guy out all the time. So easily.
That's legit.
After that, 2 Madolche Muful. He's like the Marauding Captain. On the normal, he gets the special and Madolche monster from hand. 1 Madolche Crufset. This is the plushy Pitbull himself. Once per turn, he'll bounce a face-up Madolche card, gives himself a level and 300 attack permanently until he leaves the field. And for those of you who aren't aware, this guy is really good. Not only if you run Ultimate Offering in the deck, does he make your Ultimate Offering play insane, he can also pump himself up to go toe-to-toe with an Obelisk.
You weren't expecting that.
After that, we're going to go to spells. 3 Madolche Chateau. The field card gives them all 500 attack and defense. On activation, shuffles all Madolches from grave back into deck. And then if their effect to shuffle themselves would kick back in, you can add them to hand instead.
Seems legit.
2 Madolche tickets. It's like Wind Up Factory, except they don't stack. Anytime a Madolche goes from field or grave to hand or main deck, you get to search out a Madolche, and if you control a face-up Madolche Fairy, you can special it instead. After that, Dark Hole, Heavy, 1 MST.
No Reborn?
No Reborn. Don't need it.
Yeah, that's right, the deck does.
The monsters you're going to focus off of shuffle themselves back.
Pudding Sis is the fairy, right?
Pudding Sis is one of the fairies.
One of the fairies? What are the other fairies in the deck?
The other fairy is in the extra deck, which we'll get to in a second.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a noob, and just because other people are noobs, I just feel like I
No. Going to traps. Judgment. Warning. 1 Mirror Force.
Check Force, that's what's up.
2 Bottomless. 1 Torrential.
Everyone loves a torrential.
The whole reason to play only 1 Torrential is because if you blow up your Madolches, they don't get their effects. Your opponent has to kill them. 2 Compulse.
Oh, it's fun.
1 Huge Rev is over. 1 Starlight Road.
You're just mean.
After that, because warning is a thing.
But it's not 1.
Doesn't matter.
But it's not 1.
Doesn't matter.
At least he's the only one that has the balls to play a huge revolution over, which is pretty much.
It's a better warning, or it's better road, but
yeah.
After that, we get into the Madolche traps. 2 copies of Madolche Knights. It's one of their counter traps. Basically, you can activate it only if you have no monsters engraved. When an opponent's monster's effect goes off, negate it, and then if you have a face-up pudding stick, take the card in their hand and shuffle it back into the deck.
Infinity barrier.
Listen here, Kentucky.
Shut the hell up!
And it's not even a common.
The other Madolche counter is Madolche T-Break.
Nice.
Can only activate with no monsters engraved when a spell or trap is activated. Doesn't matter from who. Bounce the spell or trap, and if you have a face-up pudding stick, blow up one card your opponent controls. After that, Madolche Palooza. Special summon as many Madolches as you want from your hand.
Why only one Palooza?
For this version of it, I took out the secondary Palooza. I was seeing them dead too much, but it's got to be at more than one because I don't see this one enough.
That's legit. We're just gonna do your extra deck.
Like I said, I have a turbo bitch pudding build, and it's gonna run 3 T-breaks, 3 knights, 3 Palooza, all that.
Royal Decrees the thing. No, it's fine. Alright, let's see this thing. Alright, let's see this extra deck.
Stardust Dragon.
Alright.
For the road, and with cherries, boot cake, and the level 4s, you can go into 8 really easily.
Yeah.
The Cherry Barkian.
Striker, cherries, and then all the earth ones, okay.
All the Madolches are earth. The Cherry Beast.
Spellbooks are a thing?
Because propsies are a thing.
Yeah.
And because when I can go cherry and any level 4 Madolche for beast, that's pretty legit.
Yeah, it is.
Catastor.
Yep.
And Librarian. Which I was wondering why I should even put him in there because nobody synchros anymore.
Well, you want to keep him just because he is a thing, and when people think they can make it to destroy you, definitely want to have that.
Right. Well, not only that, but he actually won me a game today. I was staring down at a lad who had used 1 negation and was at 23. And I could still synchro, so I did. And the Librarian definitely got over that.
2400 attack's pretty good. I heard Monarchs likes to do that.
Right. Next we've got Leviair.
Standard.
MX Saber Invoker.
Now, I know that Invoker's good in this deck and then mine is, but if you want to explain for this deck, go ahead.
Why Invoker is good for this one is because you have Mufle and Hoot Cake. The ideal thing to do would be to go Mufle, Hoot Cake, because on Mufle's normal, you'll get Hoot Cake out. If you have a Veiler or a Cherry engraved, remove Special Messengelato from the deck. You get the search off bag, so you get your Madolche spell or trap to hand. Turn around, overlay Mufle with Hoot Cake, make Invoker, detach, pull out your second Messengelato in defense, overlay into Queen, detach, shuffle back shit. Kicks off the ticket real well. Acid Golem.
Self-explanatory.
Because skill drain is a thing.
Yep.
Zenmain.
Self-explanatory. The black supercorn's a thing.
Cowboy.
Next.
Level Chain.
It gets play started because I know you need Hoot Cake to have a monster engraved, right?
Yeah, Hoot Cake needs a monster engraved. So.
And then he helps you search stuff to the top of the deck.
Right.
Understandable.
Next. 3 Tiara Masu.
Bitch Pudding got an upgrade.
Basically, she's the other fairy they have right now. She'll detach to target up to 2 Madolches engraved. Well, Madolche cards, not just monsters. And she can shuffle them back into the main deck and take 2 cards on your opponent's side of the board and shuffle them back as well. What's awesome about her is her detach is cost to activate, which means as soon as the detach occurs, her detach is now a viable target. You only need 1 target existing engraved to activate. After that, the black ship.
Staple.
It's pretty much a thing.
Alright, so we're at close to 10 minutes. Anything else you want to say?
Not really, no.
Alright, so this is Mr. Candyman with his Madolche deck. Remember to comment, like, subscribe. This is CrazyAnthony. There's always a move to make.